Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm doing another digital painting. Well, I kind of guess that's the premise of my whole channel, right? But I'm here today with another digital painting. I just want to kind of just talk about stuff, just general things about art and stuff, and about like I think last video, depending on which kind of way I post them, I think last video was about sacrifice. So this one I just want to talk about like how long it can take to get good um, at art. So I've been doing art properly since the age of 13. I distinctly remember coming back from Jamaica. I went on a family holiday with my auntie and my little cousins. I went to see my grandparents who lived in Jamaica at the time. And I distinctly remember sitting there, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was quite bored because obviously as a little kid, 13-year-old kid, there's not that much you can do in excuse me, there's not that much you can do in Jamaica, except for like go places, eat tropical fruit and hang around. You're not a grown up. You can't go to the dance hall scene and all that kind of stuff. And it's reasonably dangerous because of the poverty level. So I was just drawing. I was only there for 2 weeks, but I already enjoyed drawing. I already was working on my skills, but I decided to really take it serious at this age. I really decided to take it serious and learn anatomy and stuff like that. Try and teach myself anatomy. And this wasn't anatomy what I was learning. I was just teaching myself how to create the human body using shapes and symbols. I didn't actually know any real anatomy, but I was trying, and that was I distinctly remember that coming back to school in England and just being in my sketchbook, just drawing this kind of like wireframe of a body, kind of the rough undertones of anatomy just loads of times, and putting characters in different poses and drawing. I used to draw Superman a lot. I drew Superman so many times in different poses and stuff, and just built up my skills from there. And that's when I consciously remember actually trying to like pursue art properly. And now I'm 26 years old, and it's been a long journey, but I feel like I've got to a place where I'm decent at art. I make a little bit of money off art sometimes. I don't have the social media following that I'd like, but it's not always about stuff like that. And I apologize for my cough, guys. I don't know what's going on. I think I've just got a dry throat. But my point is, that's 13 years of grinding, and I think I've been good since I turned like 21. So let's say 21 to now, 24. I mean, 21 to 26 is 5 years, and I've got better. Definitely got better. But when I was 21, I'd still say if I took my time and stuff, I could still create some really high level artwork. Um, I feel like my level of understanding and the things I can do with color and stuff now is way better. But when I was 21, I still I had a good handle on things. And I feel like it took from 13 to 21, which is about 8 years, to get reasonably good. And I was drawing. I think I was drawing every day, and I was in Photoshop a lot, and I made a lot of sacrifices, and I didn't go out and stuff a lot, and I didn't kind of spend that much time socializing. I used to play basketball and stuff, but I didn't spend that much time socializing. When I was in relationships with girls and stuff, I still would wake up and draw, and stuff like that. And so it was a graft, in the end. And by a lot of people's standards, I wouldn't even be that good. So it just takes a graft. It doesn't have to be X amount of years. And I feel like if you go art school, you might get better faster depending on what art school you go to, because they'll put you in a certain direction. I had no direction. My thing was just I just want to draw cool stuff, and I've never really had any restrictions on what I draw. I just draw whatever I feel like drawing. Certain places will make you draw anatomy, and they'll make you do life drawing. Life drawing is literally a thing that I've only just started doing. And nothing against life drawing, because life drawing is actually excellent, but I just never had the resources to do it. Now you can do it on the internet if you want, but it's just not the same as going somewhere and getting into a routine. And that's important. Being a human being it's important to have these routines, these rituals. Every Wednesday I like to play basketball, and it's something I love to do every week. to the point where if I have a game for my team, right, I won't play the game because I like my Wednesday basketball session with all my friends, because I see it as an opportunity to socialize with a lot of my friends and stuff. And yeah, just by the by, I do play for a basketball team in the UK. It's local league. It's not professional or anything. And yeah, they've decided to put their games on Wednesdays at home. So some home games I actually just not play. If I don't think the competition's good enough, I just won't play. I'll just go to the Wednesday session, which I usually go to, and I'll play there. Um, but my point is, we need rituals. We need these things to keep us going. And I sometimes think that you can live draw on YouTube if you want, and it's not that bad once you get into it. But it's nice to sometimes be able to live draw at a place with real people and be able to move around the model a little bit and see things and look at other people's drawings and feel that energy that you can get from being in that environment. And then we're talking about progression as an artist. It's always good to get into a routine. Some people go to the cafe, some people go to Starbucks and sketch and stuff like that, and they'll get into a certain rhythm, which I think is commendable. It's commendable to do that, and I feel like people should do that more often. But then also, it's also, some people don't need any of that. Some people can legit just go straight in and create the artwork and feel a certain way about it and just go forward, and just keep grafting. But the thing about not having the right direction in art is that you can often go on tangents that you don't need to go on. It's important to practice things that you're weak at so that you have a more versatile skill set overall. Some things don't need practice. Some things can just be, you can literally use software for them, or they're very easy to just take a little bit of time. Some things take a lot of practice. Um, if I could recommend anything to a young artist who wants to do stuff like this, I'd say learn human anatomy, learn how to draw the face, learn how to do lighting, learn where to put the light on the human face. It makes your overall drawing a lot more interesting. Learn how kind of like different tones and stuff and values work within the face, even within the body and stuff like that. But just learn about that stuff. That stuff's important. Um, you know, and learn color relationships. What colors look good together. I've used this entire painting is like warm colors, and I didn't do that by accident. I could have threw some cool colors in, and it would have been nice contrast. But the whole image, except for the green earrings, is basically warm colors, and I did that on purpose because it gives me a little bit of cohesion. Um, but yeah, so essentially, to any young people out there and people that are just on the come up or growing, or people that you are even pretty good, to get better at art, you just need to keep doing art. The I Draw Girls, Zia Taptara used to say, when he was I Draw Girls, he's called the artclasses.com now, but he used to say, the more you do, the better you get. And it's true. It sounds crazy and it sounds mad simple, but it's the truth. Just keep going. Just keep going and going and going. Keep filling sketchbooks. Keep drawing. Keep thinking of storylines. Keep pushing it. Keep developing your characters. The reason I started this YouTube channel is so I have an excuse to draw this same character again and again in different styles and different poses, using different ways of building up the face, different ways of building up the body, putting them in different, trying to really get to the bottom of who this character is, because this is my original character. And since I've started this channel, this is the most I've ever drawn him. And he's been a character who's been dear to me for so many years. But yeah, guys, I think it's just important to just keep going. And art is also a reflection of you. Your personality shines through in it regardless. It depends on what you're into as well. It could even be at the moment. You might go through a phase where all your characters wear spandex, and then all of a sudden you get influenced by Japan and all your characters are wearing like Japanese style clothes. It's very interesting. So guys, all I can really say is just keep grafting, keep grinding. That it's all up to you, but hard work is appreciated when you're an artist, and you'll see the appreciation in your overall muscle memory development and in your overall growth. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep drawing, and peace.